Hi and welcome back to CloudNets, where networks meet cloud. And today we're going to talk about the operational part of the cluster of the network cloud. And again, we have Ryan. Hi Ryan, thank you for joining. You remember Ryan, our SVP of operations, with a lot of experience in all kinds of operations. And now that we've established that building a cluster or building a network cloud is easy, let's talk about what happens afterwards. Because between us, the operation guys, those are the ones that make the hard work all those years after the engineering plans and the installation installs. So Ryan, what happens afterwards? How is it to operate cloud native networking infrastructure?
It's different, but I think there's some benefits to doing it, right? One of the things that I think we always underestimate from a design perspective and have to deal with as operators is what happens when things break. Right? And one of the challenges that I'm sure we've all been faced with is, when we have a big vertically integrated chassis and something goes wrong, how do you figure out what part it is that's broken? Is it software? Is it hardware? What piece of hardware is it?
Root cause analysis.
These things are really hard. And not just root cause analysis, but also in the moment trying to restore service to your customers, right? So, if I've got a big chassis, it could be a line card, it could be an optic, it could be a cable, it could be a fabric element, it could be a controller card, power supply, right? All these different elements. The only indicator that I necessarily might have is there's something wrong inside this chassis. If I've got a disaggregated model, I can look at, it's probably pretty clear to me that there is a misbehaving box, in the fabric someplace, and I can just replace that single box relatively easily versus trying to sort of replace discrete elements all the time. So operationally, I think, that probably speeds time to resolution for us, and I like that.
So basically you can isolate the cause of the fault and deal with it much easier when everything is distributed than if it's a backplane or a card, because there you cannot really physically isolate the cause. What about upgrades and maintenance windows? We have benefits there, right?
Totally, yeah. I mean, being able to replace a fabric module, for example, right? I can pop out a 2U box and pop a new one in and just drain traffic off that element versus trying to replace, a half a rack chassis. That is, that requires a forklift in some cases, right? That's not a lot of fun. So, from a maintenance perspective and an upgrade perspective, there's benefits there too.
Okay, and bear in mind that in terms of blast radius, in terms of, the effect of different events in a cluster, these could be very easily contained in comparison to a big chassis in which everything is affected whenever something goes wrong.
Yep, definitely.
Okay.
Awesome.
So we are optimistic. Thank you very much, Ryan, for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching. Remember, building a network like cloud brings benefits not only in terms of innovation and savings, but also in terms of operations, from the planning and installation and throughout the operations of the infrastructure. Thank you for watching. See you next time on CloudNets. Thank you, Ryan.
Bye.